Hi everyone, today is Saturday the 13th of January. Last time we saw each other was my video from New Year's Eve, and the time between now and New Year's have been horrible. So I had decided to give mine some time off because we've had such low temperatures, around 20 minus degrees the first week. First couple of days went okay, but then Ma decided that she did not want to stay in her paddock and she broke through the electric fencing. Don't think there was any electricity in it, but still. It was kind of cute because she and her neighbor's secret, they broke through the fencing and had a lovely dinner date in the hay bale. And then I fixed the fence the day after, and that evening again she was in Secret's paddock and they were watching the sunset together. And then again Secret's owner mended the fence, she turned her back and suddenly she had Mon's nose in her back. So I had to, in really cold weather, I spent 5 hours outside, taking down the old fencing, putting up new fencing, screwing in the isolation where you fasten the thread. I was so tired. And then on Tuesday we finally had temperatures of around 14 minus, so, and the farrier was coming, so I figured I would start her in the lunge, and that went actually really well. She trotted and I actually got her to take the canter on the long lunge line 4 times, and sort of when I asked for it. So that was like, I was so happy. I decided I wanted to ride her around the field in walk. It was very hard going, and so when I got in, quickly just brushed over, put her out, and then mucked out, put her in again. She seemed fine, she got some hay and everything, and she was in for almost 45 minutes when the farrier came. And when the farrier started showing her front legs, she was like, her head was sort of down, she was sort of hanging in the cross ties, and but I was like, she's probably just tired, which is good because then she stands still. And then when she was done with the front legs, mine started breathing funny, and I took her temperature because she didn't seem right, and she had 38.9 degrees Celsius, which is high but not high, very high. But her breathing was what was troubling me, so I counted her breathing. She had 71 breaths a minute, and they're supposed to have between 8 and 15 or something. And so I called the vet, and the vet came out and they listened to everything, her pulse. Then by then the breathing has gone down, it was normal-ish, just a little high, she was like at 20, and her temperature had gone down as well. It was when the vet came, it was 38.1, which is normal. Mine's normal temperature is 37.4, but still. She listened to her pulse, her heart, her lungs, her gut sounds. Everything sounded normal. And then she gave her a painkiller slash so something to get her fever down a little bit more, and she took some blood, and then she left. And when she'd been gone for like 10 minutes, mine started hyperventilating again. This time I called the vet straight away. She came back and her breathing was 60 breaths a minute, which is far too much. And the vet said that she couldn't really do anything, but she at least had observed it. And so she went back to the clinic and later called me and told me that her like indicators were that she had either a virus or some sort of bacterial infection. There was nothing wrong in her blood that they could see, and she did not have any sort of tying up situation. So I was there at just before 10 that morning. I was at the barn until 10 o'clock in the evening, 10 p.m. I sat and I kept watch over Marn, checking her temperature every 1.5 hours, checking her breathing. She was fine. She was just eating and, yeah, being a pony. But I was so tired and I had almost no clothes and no food there, so I got to borrow this big warm overall from one of the women at the barn so I wouldn't freeze to death. And also ate all my biscuits. And then my mum and my uncle came out with some dinner for me. But yeah, I was there until 10 p.m. and then the next morning the owner of the barn took her temperature, which was fine, and put her out. And well, she was supposed to be in until I came, but she was making such a racket, so they put her out. So when I came, she'd been out for 3 hours, so I took her in and took temperature. Temperature was normal. I was there at 1 p.m. Yeah. And I was there until 5, took her temperature, or 5:30 or something, can't remember. Because the medication she was given the day before was going out around 3. So I took her temperature till, I think it was until 6. And she was fine. Somebody took her temperature for me at that evening, and we decided that I could have the day off on Thursday. On Thursday they had their breakfast inside and they were let out at like 10, I think. And then somebody called me and was like, she's lying down in her paddock in the snow. Is that normal? And I was like, no, it's not. Could you please see if she stands up if you walk up to her? And she did. And there was so much back and forth. We were like, I wanted her to be taken in. Somebody said she doesn't want to come in. I called the barn owner. She said she was going to go down and take her in. That didn't happen. Somebody else took her in. I was so stressed. I was like sitting there and thinking, I have to go to the barn. Maybe I have to take a taxi. I can't afford this. But thankfully, when the barn owner came and took her temperature, it was normal. And she was eating and everything seemed fine. So I relaxed again. And yeah, yesterday I was there for the vet really early. And we took a new blood test and her levels were gone down, so she's almost back to normal. She said the breathing probably came from having such a spike in her temperature so quickly. But yeah, she's now being slowly brought back to work. I was supposed to have someone come and try her to be like a part loaner on Sunday. That had to be cancelled. I was supposed to have a saddle fitter coming out on Tuesday now. That doesn't seem to be happening, and I am so exhausted. Like, I'm so exhausted. I was tired already in between Christmas and New Year's. We had to do more feeds and everything at the barn so that the barn owner could have some time off. That already was sort of taking its toll on me, and then all of this happened and I feel like shit. I'm sorry for the swearing, but I feel like somebody has thrown me around, wrung me out, boiled spaghetti. Yeah. And what I haven't spoken about here is also that I was at the doctor's. I've been struggling with this hand. It's been numb in the fingertips for quite a while now, almost over a year, and they couldn't find anything wrong. I finally took a MRI and my doctor sent it to be reviewed by a neurologist, and I have a I think it's called a prolapse in English. If not, I'm going to put it down here what it's called. Between C3 and C4 in my neck. Normally those pinch nerves, but mine is on my cervical column, like, and they want to operate and I don't want to operate, so I was like, I don't have a lot of trouble with this, I just have numb fingers, can I please wait and see if it goes down, because sometimes it goes down by itself. And I'm really scared, because the doctor was like, do not fall off the horse, do not get like a whiplash, and if I have to get this operation, it's a neurological operation, there's always risk, and they said that if I have more symptoms that I should contact them. And now this hand is sort of, it's a bit like, it's sort of itchy and also sore. So it's neurological pain basically, or like neurological symptoms. But I've been trying to like not think about it and just see if it evolves into numbness. It hasn't so far, but like having two hands that are constantly sore and constantly itchy and up my arms and everything, it sort of takes a lot out of me because it's so uncomfortable. And now I have headaches here. I'm just really scared about the operation, and I sort of am pushing it away from me. I think I just really want spring and the summer with Marn, where both of us are fine, and I sort of want to do that before I have the operation. But if things go downhill further, then I'll have to do it, and it's just so unfair. Like, this isn't what I wanted when I was going to get my own horse again. And I've basically been having, like, when I broke my back in 2022, that happened as spring started, which meant I did not have any time with the horses in spring, in summer or in autumn. Then I had a lone horse again in November, which I quit, and then another one up until April, which was also just winter. Then I had a break starting to look for Marn, found Marn, got her on 1st of July, but then she got injured, couldn't ride her until like beginning October, I think. And yeah, it's been just, I so desperately want a nice spring, summer, like early autumn together. I don't want to operate when this happens. I think it's so unfair. I feel like I've been in winter mood with horses for so many years now, it feels like. So yeah, this wasn't supposed to be 15 minutes plus long, but it's already at that, so I guess I will just upload this by itself. I will be back with a barn vlog, but it is hard now because we're getting another cold front again. So right now it's -7 or 5 or something, but like it's gonna get down to 20 to 25 in next week again. And I can't film when it's that cold because my phone will die. So it's not easy being an equestrian YouTuber. So I hope you guys are patient. I'm posting a haul as well, so like that's something. I hope you like that. Yeah, that was an update from me about what has been happening with me and with Man since you saw me last time. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.